Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe.
I mean, the one thing, which is actually the big thing for the whole weekend is, even though they'll probably sell out the Saturday night main event, it will end up being sold out. It's about 1,500, 2,000 shy, and they'll get that in the last week. But the women's show is at 4,800, so it will not. I think that the lesson of this weekend is that WWE, in their quest to run so many shows to make sure that AEW isn't a success, I think they basically messed up bad, because it looks to me like there's very little interest in the NXT Great American Bash. I mean, if they're not selling out center stage, that's not really that good. And then the women's show would have done, the women's show would have sold out Mohegan Sun easily. I think running 3 shows in the same market was overkill. There was no point to do the bash. They did the bash because AEW moved from the evening to the afternoon, and they threw this other one in to just basically burn out the weekend. And the only thing they burned out was the fact that they're putting a paper. I feel bad for the women, because it's been years since they did the first Evolution show. Was a aesthetic big success. But WWE didn't. The only reason they did it was because there was so much negativity over the fact that the women couldn't go to Saudi Arabia. So that's why they did the show. The show was a great show, but it was not a great financial success. And for years, they would just say, whenever anyone suggested, it was like, well, the show didn't work. And for years, they did it. So then this year, and this had nothing to do with AEW, they made the decision to bring it back. I memean, women's wrestling is a lot more popular. Rhea Ripley's a giant star. You can bring back people, Trish Stratus and Nikki Bella and things like that, plus, the whole crew that they've got now. So I think that they decided that they wanted to try it again, and then decided they wanted to put it on this weekend. And now they'll probably go in there because it's, not a success as far as the attendance. Even if they give a lot away, which they will, to make it look better, they'll go in and just go, well, their PLE sell out instantly, and this one, obviously is going to be lucky to do half a house legit. And I think that unfortunately will probably be used if the subject comes up for the next several years about doing another show like this. So I feel bad. If it was last week, they'd have sold out Mohegan Sun and no one would have said anything. But, there's a lesson there. When the whole thing started, I said that, they may have overplayed their hand in, being obsessed with stopping AEW. And I don't know if again, I don't know. We don't know until the AEW buy rate comes in, if they if it does a number on AEW or their buy rate is way down, because that's whatever it is as far as the live ticket sales. That's nice and cool. And $3 million is if they get to $3 million, but even $2.5 million, that is a lot of money. Even when, $2.5 million is basically equivalent to, let me think about this. They get about $30 a head on pay-per-view. So that's like 80,000 buys. So, that in and of itself is good. But the big money is still in the pay-per-view. So we'll see. We'll see if people are too burned out or the idea of, all they needed to do was do that Saturday night main event, honestly, because the Saturday night main event with Bill Goldberg's retirement on free television on the same day as a pay-per-view, a lot of people are going to watch the free show, and not that many people, in my mind, are going to be out there wanting to watch, 6-7 hours of wrestling in one day. We will. I may end up watching 10 hours or something, but so putting the show on head-to-head, the one show, the Saturday night's main event, for what their goal was, and having Bill's retirement, that was smart. That was a smart move. When they added the other shows, they just cut off the other shows, to make, cut off their nose to spite their face, trying to overkill this thing. And it's a lesson, I guess, a lesson learned. Or maybe, well, it'll be a lesson learned. They're not They're not above, the idea that they don't learn lessons. These guys always learn lessons. So,
Well, the whole Evolution card has Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus for the women's title, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley for the women's world title, Becky, Bayley, and Lyra, triple threat, JC Jane, Jordan Grace for the NXT women's title, Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte and Alexa and I guess 2 other teams.
Yeah, they're going to do something, I presume, on Raw tomorrow, and then another thing on NXT on Tuesday to get the other 2 teams, is what I'm guessing. I haven't been told that, but that seems to make sense.
And we got Naomi and Jade, no holds barred, in the Battle Royal for the title match at Clash in Paris.
Yeah.
So that is the lineup for this coming weekend, and then Raw and everything else after that as well. Hey, if you love this clip, have I got a deal for you? WrestlingObserver.com. Do you have a commute? Do you work out at the gym? Do you like listening to audio on your headphones or your earbuds or whatever the kids use today? Well, WrestlingObserver.com will give you all the audio you'll ever need in your life. Over 15,000 audio shows. Every audio show that we have ever done, dating back to 2005, is available for subscribers at WrestlingObserver.com. Every time a new show comes out, you can podcast it directly to your phone. If you have a commute, as noted, if you go to the gym, if you like to lift weights and listen to Granny review soap operas, well, WrestlingObserver.com gets you full access to all of these shows and all of these archives. You can go back and listen to TNA reviews from 2010. You can go back and listen to reviews of every WWE pay-per-view, every big story that's ever happened in wrestling. You can get access to that at WrestlingObserver.com. Plus, full access to the Wrestling Observer newsletter every week. 40,000 words of news and information in pro wrestling. Why get all your scoops off Reddit, which aren't even accurate most of the time? Go right to the source, the Wrestling Observer newsletter. You also get Observer archives dating back to 1990. So check it out today. Thousands of issues of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Tens of thousands of hours of audio. All for $12.99 per month or as low as $9.99 if you sign up for a year. You'll never run out of audio if you subscribe to WrestlingObserver.com. So head up there, check it out today, and I'll talk to you again after a while.